I'm Karina. This is my story about getting bullied, having a tough life and stuff. When I was in the 4th grade, it started. They started calling me fat, ugly. By the time we hit 6th grade, it got worse. Physical bullying, punching, kicking. One of the bullies was my best friend for 5 years, and found out that all she would do was talk behind my back. She wasn't really a friend. They would call me, a fat whore, an ugly whore, a slut. And in 6th grade, they used to hit me in the back of the head with the metal locker until I transferred, would pass by me and push my locker into my head. And it got to the point where I just couldn't take it anymore, and I started cutting, and I would try and kill myself. And my brother has autism. He couldn't talk yet. When he heard me and my mom talking about, me trying to kill myself after Snowden happened, I got sent there. After I got transferred to a new school, I had a breakdown, and as soon as I got out of Snowden, he signed, "Where have you been?" I said, "I've been with a friend." He knew I was lying, and I had to tell him that I had wanted to kill myself and I had to go away. He signed, "Why would you want to leave me?" I said, "Because I thought you guys would be better off without me and would have a better life and that they didn't care about me." And he signed, "If you died, I would die with you." And I said, "I know that now." And that was the first time he ever showed emotion. And he signed, "I love you." He had never done that before. He sat there and he cried, and I held him, and that was the first time he hadn't started screaming and crying for me to get off of him. And it was such an emotional time. And in the 7th grade, it was a better year. But I went to Snowden again, or trying to kill myself again. And going into 8th grade in the summer, I met a girl, Angel. She was like my best friend. She still is. I don't go over there anymore because I can't go over to her dad's anymore because her dad used to call me a good-looking woman and would talk about how short my shorts are, how tight my pants are, how big my boobs are, how revealing I was, and would one time he came up behind me and hugged me from behind. A couple months later, her boyfriend had come with us to Etchins Park, and we were pretend fighting for the front seat. He came up behind me, her dad came up behind me and grabbed the boyfriend's arms and pushed close and bent his knees and pushed himself up against me. I didn't tell my mom or my dad. I told the counselor because I couldn't focus on school. I didn't want to tell my mom, and I was scared that she would be mad at me. And so by then, now I can't even go over there. And like a month ago, my aunt, she died. She OD'd on heroin, and it was also a bad batch. So she had wanted me to come over that weekend. My aunt did, and I told her no, I wasn't gonna go, that I didn't feel up to it. And now I know that I could have prevented it. And they had been fighting that day, and She said she was gonna kill herself. And they didn't believe her. And I thought to myself when I found out, I was like, they say that they want to prevent people in the family from killing themselves. But when someone does say it, even if they're joking, you still need to stop them every time. Because you don't know when they're really gonna do it. And they had found her on her stomach, puke everywhere. The needle still stuck in her arm. And I don't want to do drugs ever. I just think that it's stupid to go and do that stuff because you don't know if you take too much or something. And I just think to myself now, I don't want to die. I have a family that loves me. I have a mom, I have a dad, I have a little brother, and my other aunt, she had a kid a couple of weeks ago. And my other aunt who died was supposed to help her raise the baby and take care of my grandma because she's the only one who can full time take care of my grandma. Because my mom, she has she has her family to take care of. My mom does regret and blames herself every day because she didn't spend enough time with her and didn't want to be part of their life because of the drugs. But now I just see that, I have an older sister, I have a niece, I have a nephew. But I'm scared since my sister does this stuff that what if this happens to her? She has two kids, even though she doesn't take care of them because she's in jail all the time. My grandparents take care of them, and I don't think I could handle losing my sister, even though I barely know her. But still, it would be hard. I got her name on my ankle for my aunt, and in a couple of weeks, I'm gonna be getting a butterfly under it because she and me were are butterflies, as my mom calls it, butterflies. And so I just, you know, if anyone needs help with a problem and they say they want to kill themselves and they're not serious and you think that, still talk to them and try and talk them out of it. And if anyone tells you, if anyone needs to talk to someone, they're welcome to message me on YouTube because I don't have a Facebook. And if you need help with getting through a rough patch, listen to my video over and over. If it has to take you an hour to do that, still watch it. Just so that it calms you and shows you that you can't just take your own life. I mean, I miss my aunt more than anything. And I wish that she was here because she was like an older sister to me. She had told me that she wasn't doing drugs, and I had seen her high, but I didn't think that it would happen. And I just I wouldn't want anyone to go through what I've had to go through or what other people have had to go through their lives. I know mine's not that bad to some people's, but mine's a whole lot worse for some people. And I just think that people take life for granted and don't live life to the fullest. And I don't think that's how people should live at all. So that's my story.